Buon pomeriggio. That's it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. This is all I know. How many of you were in my talk last year? Last year? Okay, a couple. Thank you. I don't blame you. It was very early in the morning, 9 in the morning, so everybody was like, oh. So I'm very happy, very excited to see this very full room. Thank you. Thank you. There are many options. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing that these 7 tactics will matter to you. Thank you so much. So let me start a little bit with a quick introduction. I wrote a book called Sell with LinkedIn about 7 years ago. And that's when I met the guys of LinkedIn. They're here outside. Meet Alessandro. He's a very nice guy. The country manager for Italy. And when they read this book, they say, hey, we're creating a new business unit called Sales Solutions, right? LinkedIn has talent for recruiting, marketing also, for marketing, and then sales, a very specific division for salespeople, right? And I wrote this book called Sell with LinkedIn. And they liked it and said, hey, do you want to be partner? And I said, yes. And we created a company that today has grown into Italy, Spain, and Switzerland. Very excited about that. Now, 1 minute, we do training, online, in class, we do consulting process, sales, business generation, business, right? Which is important. This is today, revenue, money here. Not just cost, but revenue, income. Let's make money, right? And then we outsource also social networks. But enough about me. Let me do a quick experiment with you. You will see the results and you will understand why we do this. I would like you to navigate to this bit.ly, all right? That would be great if you could do that. This is in short format. 2 minutes to do that. Here you will be able to download also this presentation, which is of value. Good. You'll have the slides. Good. That's nice. And also you will understand why you will see this. Okay. As long as you're logging in and doing that stuff, let me get back again. bit.ly, Execus, the name of the company, Web Marketing Festival, right? Easy. Good? Everyone is good? We can continue? Thank you. You will see a presentation, right? Excellent.
Please. It's okay? Funziona tutto ok?
Yeah. We'll continue. Okay.
Okay.
So, thank you. So, so the agenda for today, I'd like to share with you what we see as a fundamental shift in social media. This is a very big thing, guys. Hope you're ready for this. Then we will go into the 7 tactics to generate business using LinkedIn. And third, I'd like to share the real opportunity that we see for most of you. Okay, that's the agenda. 40 minutes, hopefully 30 minutes. Please, the questions at the end if you do have questions. So we're very excited to share this story with you because in March 6 this year, just 3 months ago, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, yes, you know the guy? Okay. He shared one post, open public letter. He does that regularly, yes? You follow him? And he said something very important. He acknowledged that there was a security problem. So you're looking at the slide, you're not listening to me. He acknowledged that there was a big problem with Facebook. It was broken. When he created this social network, he anticipated a place where we can all share, connect, see what our connections were doing, our family, people who matter to us, right? That was his vision. And it was a great vision to connect the people that we love, right? But he acknowledged that something is broken. We saw Brexit. We saw how companies used Facebook to shift the feelings and Brexit was a yes, right? How many of you have seen the Brexit on Netflix? The Brexit documentary? Please look at that. How to manipulate the masses using Facebook and Instagram, right? That's very impressive. The Russia Gate, how Russia interfered into the US elections, right? For Trump, that's been investigated, right? And many other things. Cambridge Analytics, also selling the data. So here, understood, we have a security problem, one, and the model is broken. It's not working if other people with deep pockets, big companies with big money, can make us shift in the mood with fake news, right? This is not right. And he said it in his letter. The system is broken. My vision, his vision, is a world of one-to-one conversations, closed groups, secure groups. He said from the town hall model to a living room model, right? From a town hall, when everyone is speaking out loud and saying things and shouting my message to the world and to the followers, to a place where we can have one-to-one conversations. And this is very important, guys. How many of you are in the digital marketing business? How many of you? Right. This is a big shift, guys. This is a very big shift. We're moving away from mass messages to the world to a one-to-one conversations with our client. We don't know yet how this will translate, but if you read his message, we see growth in the messaging and WhatsApp, right? This is very important. We need to understand how this can apply to your roles, okay? Like marketing automation, one-to-one, WhatsApp for business, WhatsApp messaging, how to do that, right? That's a big opportunity, big shade. So I call it not the town hall model, it's the Persian market. I don't know if you say that in Italy, where everyone is shouting like, hey, buy to me, buy my product. And the one who shouts more, mercado, see, the one who shouts louder gets the attention. The problem is that everyone is shouting, my product, my product, my product. So we as customers, we shift off, like we are overwhelmed with information, right? Most of you do great inbound content. But the problem is that everyone is doing great inbound content. You agree with that? There's so much competition for the attention and the inbound and the content. We are overwhelmed as users. Sometimes we switch off. So they say, RIP, rest in peace. Welcome the living room model. We need to have close conversations with friends and with the people that we love and that we matter, right? No one knows yet how this will apply to business, but this is the vision. We need to understand how one-to-one messaging works. So this is the big shift, big important change in social networks. Now, how can we translate this into the tactics that, this is the title of the session, right? Actually, the 7 tactics have a lot to do with this one-to-one messaging. Let's start with the first one. The single most important element is to create trust with your potential client. Trust. It's not about corporate messages. Corporate messages can't, we say that, can't, yes. Enlatado, in Italiano. Enlatado, can't. We don't believe corporate messages anymore. We turn off to those messages. We believe people saying things to other people. That's why influencers are big, because we trust them. Well, not anymore, okay. Because we know that they're paid, right? That they're not true messages. But when we feel the one-to-one connection, that is really important. So no corporate messages, one-to-one. Our opportunity is to elevate our salespeople, our marketing people, our directors in our organizations to become the reference in the business. You have a huge opportunity. Everyone is still has an opportunity to do that, right? Because how do we create trust? The brand needs to create trust with the product. But the salespeople and our directors need to create the confidence in the services that they buy. I don't know if I'm getting my message right. Yes? Do you get it? It's important the person, not the company anymore. Obviously, the company has to provide the infrastructure, right? If you buy PCs from HP, from Lenovo, yes, the product will serve from Apple. It will serve the purpose, right? But the one who's going to pick up the phone, the one that I trust, is the person that's going to sell me that product. I believe her. She has the brand. She has the knowledge. And I want her in my living room speaking to me. I want to connect with her via WhatsApp, not the company. Right? This is very important. And she has the opportunity to say important and relevant things, to create the trust. Now think, who in your organization can you elevate to become a reference in your world? The thought leader. That is a very big opportunity. All of us can become influencers in our world. All of you have that idea and are experts in what you are. All of you are very experts in what you are. Why not elevate you and reach out to the world? This is the other message that I want you to think about. How can you become that person in business to business also? How many of you are in business to business? Yeah, I expected that. How many of you are in business to consumer? Why are you here? Is LinkedIn a business to consumer network? Who wants to raise the hand? Is LinkedIn business to consumer network? No? No hand? Really? How then I'm seeing ads like Mercedes or BMW? I'm seeing B2C ads in my feed on LinkedIn. Why is that? All you marketers need to understand the cost of lead, right? If the cost of what you sell is higher than the cost of the lead, then it makes sense, right? So I'd like you to say also, LinkedIn is also B2C network, right? It's not only B2B, it's also B2C, if your product has a high price. If not, the cost of the lead is very expensive. Correct? Happy to say that. Okay, so the opportunity for you is to become the reference in the B2B market. Okay, second opportunity, seventh tactic. LinkedIn has great tools to track activity. Like marketing automation, like HubSpot, and all these tools that track activity. How many of you are aware of Point Drive? Point Drive? No? Just some. I'm still, Point Drive is the best tool for B2B. The best, full stop. Why aren't you aware of this tool? Why are you not aware of LinkedIn Point Drive? You will see that. This is the experiment that we did. You're going to see why we do this. It's the best thing for tracking B2B interactions. The best thing to understand your client. If your client is ready to buy, if your client is not ready to buy. It's a way to capture leads with no forms. Let me say that again. No forms. And you get the person. Isn't that amazing? So it's like when someone lands in your profile on LinkedIn, you see, yes, who lands on your profile. Now you can send a message out and see who lands in your Point Drive, right? How many of you did see the presentation? How many of you did see the presentation? Yes, thank you. It's very nice. Let me check. Okay, not bad. 165 of you saw the presentation. And I got your names right here. Hello, Gianluca. Hello, Valentina Grazzini. Corinne Dentello. Emanuele Carrai. Raffaele Rivaroli. Sara Santoriello. All 117 of you are here. Thank you. You are my leads now, right? Imagine the power of this when you send out a mailing. And by the way, this is compliant. You checked, view the presentation, right? And we checked that you passed RGPD. Excellent. I'm amazed. This is still the most valuable business-to-business tool today. So use it. How many of you, I asked in the digital marketing, how many of you are in agency, web marketing agency? Okay, good. How many of you buy marketing agency services? Okay, good, thank you. So now, marketing agencies, you know who they are, and you can incorporate this in your portfolio of services, right? We will show you how, okay? Okay, so you just build the landing page as we did, and by the way, you B2B also have clients, right? So you can use this to track your clients. Good, excellent. So, but the interesting thing is that I have your name without you entering a form, which is just amazing today, right? Yes. So you build a page, and then you have the list, just like we did. Okay? So again, the second best tool today is this. Okay? Now, the results, I already shared the results, and I thought they had a lot of impact. Now, lead generation. How many of you are interested in lead generation? All right. Actually, it's still valid. Number one marketing's objectives is lead generation and the quality of the leads. Yes, this should be marketing's number one priority, but still, it's not working. In business to business, these are the results. It's updated every year, but it's consistent with what we saw last year. So this is the mix of social networks that are using in business to business, right? 92% of 89% of companies use LinkedIn, 86 Twitter, 82 Facebook. Okay, those are the top three. So almost all companies are using these social networks. Which one works the best in business to business? Any guess? Obviously LinkedIn, right? But still, 43% only get revenue from this social network. The rest is not working for the rest. This is impressive, right? So some companies are spending their budgets with you, and they have no revenue. It's impressive. Why is it not working? You see there's an opportunity here in helping your companies use LinkedIn to generate leads. And I'm not even mentioning Facebook or Twitter. Only 1 in 5 companies have revenue in these social networks. I'm amazed how this is not working, right? But this is the reality. Let me explain the reality, right? That's what we see with most of our clients today, and with your clients. They spend some budget, and they don't see results, and we justify like, oh, no, it was probably the copy. Or the segmentation, right? Somehow. Okay, we justify that it's not working, but this is reality. So, this is the opportunity. Now imagine using, and this is, after Point Drive alone, the second best tool is ads and Point Drive. You see the combination of those two tools? You drive the ads to this Point Drive, and with no forms, you have a lead. What do you think? This is a good tactic? Yes? Only this is worth the whole session. We can go. Let's go. All right. Let's have some beer. How do you say cañas? Yeah, okay, la birra, sí, la cañas. Caña and tapas, right? Okay. Or the equivalent here. So, exactly, this works. This is one of the services we sell the most. Helping companies with the ads, so we get the budget for the ads, and also the Point Drive, we help them with the leads, right? You can implement that with your clients. Okay, good. Now, but how do we do that? Actually, well, you know the ads. There's no big deal. I'm not going to expand on this. But with the ads, good segmentation, good landing page, you can capture and track those leads, and then send it to your client. This is a typical example of the results of a campaign, typical example. Okay? Obviously, the CPC is a lot higher than with other networks, and we know that. CPC is 2-3 euro, right, on LinkedIn. And obviously, you need to add the Sales Navigator that has the Point Drive tool, okay? For a typical budget of 1,200 euros for a campaign, for instance, we would get 400 marketing qualified leads at 3 euros per lead, right? Okay? Then, let's say that only 1 in 4 qualify as a sale qualified lead. You can call them, and actually this turn into 10 sales. So the cost per lead per sale is 120 euros. Any company that the ticket of the product is higher than 120, this is worth it. That's why we see high-priced and luxury products also on LinkedIn, not lesser products, right? What it makes sense. This is a typical example. So this is a machine, guys. This is what we like. A machine that turns for 120 clients into sales, right? Good. So this is an example. Good. Any questions? We'll see that. The fourth one is actually one-to-one content. Okay, so this is very different from mass production of content and sending out to social networks. I am tired of seeing we produce one content and we send it to all social networks. Hootsuite has done a great damage to the whole system. I'm sorry. The opportunity, if we follow the way of thinking of Mark Zuckerberg, right? What he mentioned, this is dead, guys. We need to have one-to-one conversations with our clients. We need to produce content for every segment of clients. Sometimes they call it account-based marketing. Sometimes they call it account-based sales. This is the modern word. ABM also, if you Google that, you also. But we've seen that someone needs to write the content, right? Who should write the content? Because this is getting more complex. This is not just one piece of content. We need content for every stage of the process, for every segment of our clients. How many of you think that salespeople should write content? How many of you think that salespeople, only 4? That's good, that's good. How many? Yes, but there's a big debate out there. Who should write the content? How many of you think marketing should write the content? And the rest? What do you guys think? It's operations? Anyone? Billing? Finance, guys? No. God, no. Okay, so actually there's a big debate. If our salespeople create the content, we elevate them, and they become reference in their fields. Today, the best salespeople are the ones that are referenced in their field and attract opportunities. It's not only about outbound, but also about inbound for salespeople, right? And again, if you remember the message from Zuckerberg, it's not about mass production. So marketing has a lesser role. It is the salesperson that sends the message to their contacts, maybe via WhatsApp, maybe via LinkedIn, maybe via Facebook, right? It's a shift, big important shift. But then we need to give sales the content. So in the end, it should be marketing. I agree with you. But marketing needs to understand the role in helping salespeople connect with their audience. Okay? It's important. Okay, so actually we've worked a matrix of content because every role in your target should have a specific content. We should have a content for the director. We should have content for the technician and for the manager. One more inspirational, and for the CEO of the company, right? And one more tactic for the role. We should have content for the vertical. We have to create content for every vertical. It's very different. And you know that our clients appreciate content for their vertical, for their industry. Sometimes if we, as consumers, if they send us emails and they talk about, yeah, we know your industry, they don't know my industry. And how many of you feel like this every day? Like, no, this is mass emailing. Please tailor it to me. And if I smell that's mass, out. So in every industry, in every line of product, if you have different line of product, specify that specific product. More. Okay, I like this geography. And different parts of Italy, they have different business approaches, right? You can do that. Obviously, different countries, come on. Different languages, even. Specify, tailor the content to me, the one-to-one. So you see there's a lot of work here. Every stage in the sales process, it's not the same content if I'm discovering your solutions or if I'm about to decide between 2 or 3 options. It's not the same stage in my buying process, right? So you need to tailor the content from one side until the other side. Finally, the trigger. Sometimes our clients react to some of our content, right? And that's a salesman, that's when you shoot. You specify, okay, they jump, I'm gonna get that. They need content for that situation. It's not about being artistic or serendipity, right? It's about creating a machine of content. There's a lot of work here, but this is where we are going. Having a lot of pieces and then sending them when your client is ready. Okay? This is the other part. Employee advocacy. Guys, how many of you know that your employees are the best asset in your companies, right? It's demonstrated that for every $1 you put in a campaign, if you put that into your employees, you would get 6 times the return of that campaign. Employee advocacy is, how many of you know what employee advocacy is? How many of you? Not many. Okay, but it's about helping your employees be on social, sharing your news. But not about forcing them to share the news, but helping them understand that by sharing good information, they become a reference. They have the opportunity to become mini influencers. But please don't send only corporate messages. Because after the second, please retweet my content, please like my content from marketing, they are like, shut up, no, 3 times. You need to put the content that they like. Sometimes with some clients, what we do is do the monthly contest. So the one that writes the best content, they get a Media Market. You have Media Market? Media Market or FNAC? No, FNAC. Media, okay, or a Starbucks card, okay? So it's like 10 euro, 20 euro card every month. But they die for that card. Everyone is typing content. So you select 1 or 2 every month, and they produce the content, and they're very excited because they're on social. You tag them, okay? This is what this guy posted. Okay, so everyone is sharing the content. This is a very good initiative. This is a very good tactic to help them be relevant, help them become a reference. Okay? That's another very good one, okay? More. To help them be the brand ambassadors, okay? Okay, outbound. Outbound. It's not only inbound. You guys in marketing, please I need you to see this. Inbound, HubSpot has done a lot of damage. It's not only inbound, guys. It's not only content. Content is only half of the equation. It's not only about putting great content and waiting. Refresh. Again? No? No leads? Refresh? No? Again? Try again? Again? No? It's not about that only. How about outbound? Go out and find that client and speak to them. If in your companies you complement inbound and outbound, that is a winning solution for your client. Okay? So imagine the other tactic. Imagine ads to attract, point drive to capture, and then also then you feed your marketing automation with outbound email for tracking. That's a good example of a full cycle. And finally, a call. Outbound is, let me share a quick story. How many of you have small companies or startups? How many of you? Okay, good. So maybe you will like this story. Okay? So imagine, when you start a company, you do everything, right? You do marketing, you do sales, you do operations, you do the coding, and then you do the big presentation to the big company, but also the printer is not working, and you run to buy the toner for the printer, and the water machine, and coffee. You do everything in your company, right? So let's assume that you have other people doing the coding or doing the operations. So now you're in charge of marketing and sales. You need to find clients, right? That's a number one priority of a founder. Number one priority of when you create a startup, right? Okay, follow me. So you do marketing and sales, okay? You continue to do marketing and sales, but in the end, when your company gets to 200,000 euros in revenue, it's very difficult to do both. So you need to specialize, okay? So you need to start to maybe hire someone or someone to help you, okay? So what would you say? Would you buy someone in marketing, or would you hire someone in sales? Your second person in business development, who should it be? Marketing or sales? Who would say, yeah, marketing with social networks and events and all that stuff? How many agree with marketing person? Only one or two. How many say the second person in your company should be a salesperson? More. Thank you. Statistics say that successful companies, the second person should be a salesperson. Okay? And what about being a senior salesperson or a junior salesperson? Who would hire a senior salesperson? Okay. Who would hire a junior salesperson? Statistics say that junior salesperson works better. Experienced salesperson are very good. You know, you hire an experienced salesperson from the industry who has a lot of network. But in this stage, still, the person that sells better is you. You close because no one can share your passion. You are the person to close. But you need help with someone that helps you close meetings. You need help with closing meetings for you, and then you close the deals. Okay? This is the solution that works. And startups in Silicon Valley, they learn this a lot. How many of you read the Aaron Ross book, Predictable Revenue? You should read that. Revenue, Aaron Ross. He was one of the 5 minutes? Okay. Okay, so by that, quickly, I'm jumping. Inbound, he separates inbound and outbound, okay, activities. Marketing and sales, inbound and outbound. Inbound to attract, outbound to go out, right? And marketing does inbound, outbound, emailing. Salesperson need to do inbound, be out there, attract opportunities, and outbound calling, right? But you need to specialize, and especially in the face of 2 million up in revenues for your startup, you need to introduce the inside sales and the field sales. Inside, book the meetings, field closes the meetings, right? And inbound and outbound work to close meetings. Okay, so customer success is another entity that separates the role of a senior salesperson to close the meetings and not worry about renewals, not worry about upselling. No, that is a specific team, okay? But why am I saying this? Because there are a lot of tools, okay? I'm going quick. So inbound, Pardot, HubSpot, Marketo, okay, a CRM, excellent, Dynamics, HubSpot, Salesforce, Zoho. But the most interesting things for you today is this part. It's the outbound sales and field sales. If you help companies understand the technology, not only about inbound, but outbound as well, and you offer them a solution, you offer them a revenue model, you elevate your pitch. You don't become the tactical resource for marketing. You become the strategic partner in revenue generation. This is important. You get it? The elevation from tactical provider to strategic partner. If you understand this, and if you lay out this for your clients. Right. So 7, the last one. From individual best efforts, from few people doing things on LinkedIn, to a strategic corporate initiative. Corporate social selling is also a key element to help these companies and your clients become more efficient. It's about how sales and marketing work together, team organization. It's about the sales process, how you help them understand the whole revenue model. This is important, revenue model, not only inbound, not only outbound, elevate as a partner. And finally, the systems, the technology. Most of you are very good with technology and systems, right? But it's not only that, it's how everything works together. The real opportunity, 1 minute, for you guys, is to become the true partner in the digital transformation for revenue for your client. That's how you become strategic, not tactical. And the competition, you change it like that. You need to become your partner with the client, okay? And how we do that? And here's 1 minute of us. You need to act now. Get out of your comfort zone. Incorporate all these services in your portfolio. Complement your experts in Facebook and Instagram. Incorporate LinkedIn. And we can help you with that, okay? We're in 3 countries. We have an affiliation program, and we can help you with this. It's better to do this accompanied with a solid company than to try this on your own. But again, you have the strategy now. Become strategic partner for your client with inbound and outbound. You have the opportunity. So go act now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So,
I'm sorry, we are stand 82, not 85. 82. We'll be here all afternoon if you want to discuss. Excellent.
okay.
Any questions?
Okay, if you want, we have 3 minutes for 2 questions. So, put your hands up. Yes, perfect.
Hi, hello, thanks.
Hi.
It's not strictly related to social selling, but it's about employee advocacy.
Yes.
Do you have any suggestion for tools or platforms
Yes.
that companies can adopt for employee advocacy?
Typical tool would be Everyone Social.
Everyone's.
Okay? That would be typical. But we recommend SMARP, S-M-A-R-P. They're from Finland. And the thing with SMARP is that it has a good price. It's only 9 per user, 9 euros per user. The other one is like 60 euros per user. Okay. The difference is very good. And the product is very good, SMARP. S-M-A-R-P.
Okay, Thanks.
Thank you.
Very useful.
Well, if you have another question, please let me see.
This one there? Thank you.
Yes.
Hola Jordi, felicidades por tu presentación.
Gracias.
De nada. Una preguntita para ti. Te la hago en inglés, para que todo aprendo.
Okay.
How can I integrate LinkedIn email ads that I'm using with a lot of success with Point Drive?
Okay. You're using email campaigns? Email campaigns?
Email ads, yes.
Email campaigns. And you're having success?
Yes.
Tell us how. Because it's not working. Again, 60% is not working. Oh, they're here. Okay. We need to complement both strategies. If you complement this and when you say the action button, you land it on the Point Drive, beautiful. Because you can follow up. The problem with email is that you don't know who clicked. You only have statistics, right? You only have a statistic, not who clicked. And with this, you have who clicked, right? That's a great idea to combine email and Point Drive. Yes, one other question?
Hi. Actually, you know, because you're from Spain, right, that we have GDPR. You said before that it was fine because you can just check the button. But if you work in marketing and you have the privacy manager in your office, it will tell you that you need to have a sort of consent from a privacy policy made by the company itself. So how would you put this as a step between the, I don't know if you understood what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Actually, when you set up the campaign, you saw, when you clicked on view presentation, or it's not view presentation, it's accept. Most of you clicked on accept, and you read the fine letter is you accept RGDP, you accept that. So it's compliant, I guarantee that. But on the terms of LinkedIn, but you can configure it. You can say, view the companies, and you can specify your specific companies, like with any other campaign, right? Good point. You can change that, yes.
Ok, dobbiamo fermarci qua. We have to stop.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
The time is over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gili.